you head out, you want to know what kind of gear you should grab. It feels like you might need to get an umbrella or a rain jacket, but then later today we're going to have sunshine. So
Right.
It's like a little bit of both.
You won't need it all day,
Yeah.
but maybe keep it in the car.
Okay.
And then, but you'll definitely need it this morning,
Yeah.
for sure. We've got some light rain out there. You might be kind of running a little faster in the car, into the building, wherever you got to get going this morning. We do have the scattered showers, but they're slowly starting to break apart over the next couple of hours. They were a little bit more consistent earlier throughout the overnight. Heavier also to the south. My goodness, we still have some pretty good downpours for parts of Jackson and Lawrence counties, and now pushing that heavier rain into the Cincinnati area. We still have some of those flash flood warnings that continue until 8 o'clock this morning. Not that we picked as much rain up this morning, but we already picked up a half a foot yesterday, 2 or 3 or 4 inches the day before, and another 1 to 2 inches this morning for some of us. And then a few of us to the north, you're thinking, I haven't got much. Where's my rain? We have more of a scattered variety farther to the north, and it's a little bit lighter, but we are picking up the rain right now in the Lafayette area. Good morning in Tippecanoe County. Frankfort, you're going to be next. Clinton County, Boone County, getting a couple sprinkles. But we're also watching these downpours. They're not moving very quickly, but they're kind of aligning right up and down I-70. We may see them start to stretch east into parts of Montgomery County and Owen County, maybe into Morgan County here the next hour or so. So we'll keep an eye on those. But we're also keeping an eye on that front. It's the front we've been talking about for a week now. It is our first actual real cold front, maybe a cool front, we should say, in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to bring in some light northwest winds, and you'll notice a drop in the humidity. Now, we'll still have a lot of 80s for our highs, and that's exactly where we should be this time of year for your early July. It is July 1st, by the way. Happy July. But you're going to enjoy a quick little break from the mugginess, I think, later today. Right now, we're still in the 70s for that dew point measure of how much water's in the air. That's close to what we would get in Florida. But when you look to the north and west, lower dew points, lower humidity, you'll start to notice that a little bit later this morning. But we still have a lot of the low 70s for the stickiness out there this morning. But check this out. Here's our future dew point forecast. By the time we get into the late morning and early afternoon, you're going to start to notice the humidity go down as the front swings through. We'll get a little bit more of the relief farther to the north and west first. It'll take us a little bit longer in Richmond and Brookville and Connorsville, but also we'll get on some of the cooler air. By 4, 5, 6 o'clock this evening, right around dinner time, we should all be enjoying the slightly less humidity. Now, it doesn't last forever. Lasts maybe 2 or 3 days. By Thursday, we're kind of starting to go right back up. South winds return on Friday for the 4th of July. And the heat and humidity, they do make a comeback in a big way. So enjoy this little break. Highs in the mid-80s and just feeling like the mid-80s. There's no heat index today. We'll have the leftover rain showers this morning, especially for eastern Indiana all the way up until lunchtime. Small chance for a redeveloping shower farther to the east later today as well. But many of us west of Indy will dry out by 9 o'clock, and many of us will dry out in eastern Indiana by noon. But there could be 1 or 2 leftover showers. And then we're done. We've got a few days of some drier, cooler, quieter weather. Not a bad way to start July, but you do see the heat coming back. So Samantha, it can't last forever. Cold fronts never last forever, but we'll start to warm back up back to the 90s just in time for the 4th of July.
All right, Matt, thank you.